Hey, this is Ed Burns, and this is my E.T. Then and Now.
Your first job out of college?
I was a PA at E.T. from January 91 to January 95. On day one, I'm given the assignment of taking the van, rounding the corner. I get into a little fender bender on day one. True story. Somehow, yeah, they did not fire me. You know, for a young kid who's right out of film school, working in that office and getting to come on all the shoots and the interviews that we did, I mean, just immediately the people who come to mind that I got to sit and listen to, you know, Al Pacino, Steven Spielberg, Tom Hanks, Robert Redford, who I famously gave a copy of McMullen to.
At 25, Ed actually made his first movie, The Brothers McMullen, co-starring Connie Britton, on a shoestring budget in his off hours in our ET edit bays.
But the other interesting thing is I am pulling from ET, from the ET crew. Those are, you know, my cameraman was a cameraman in Entertainment Tonight. All of the sound guys and sound woman, like, were people that I was working with because we didn't have any money to pay anyone. So, you know, the ET crew, you know, that was my crew. So that's who shot Brothers McMullen. We'd cut till about 5 o'clock in the morning, sneak out, and then show up for work a couple hours later. So thank you, ET, for, you know, never coming after me for those editing room fees. Just when things are starting to happen for me. I see on the schedule we're interviewing Robert Redford for the quiz show junket. So I get this notion in my head that I am going to hand off my VHS copy of McMullen to him in the hopes that I'll get into the Sundance Film Festival. I said, look, I've been a PA for 4 years. This is my last shot. I probably deserve to get fired at this point. I've got to go for it.
Because I'm just easy. I'm just here to please.
We finished the interview, and we shot, you guys know, from a junket, like in a hotel suite. So Redford goes out one door with his publicist. I race through the suite, go out the other door, cut him off at the elevator. Miraculously, he took that VHS. 2 months later, I show up at work, and I get a phone call that the Sundance Film Festival is called. I called, and they were like, basically, you got in. And, you know, if not for that quiz show interview, I am not sitting here today.
Connie Britton. We actually recently sat down with her, and that's exactly what she said. She said that was like her big break, and that changed everything for her.
I later became friendly with Robert Redford, who told me the same story. But, you know, so his perspective was, yeah, I don't know, I was, you know, in some interview, I hate doing that stuff, you know, and I'm in the elevator with this kid, and he hands me, you know, this tape of his, and I don't know why, I don't know what made me look at it, but I watched the movie, and that was what I wanted Sundance to be about. That kind of independent filmmaking.
In 1995, E.T. traveled with the then unknown 26-year-old to Sundance for his breakout film, which won the dramatic Grand Jury Prize.
All of a sudden now I'm, you know, a hotshot filmmaker, so go figure.
What do you want out of Sundance?
Is that a bite?
That's a bite.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God, that is really weird to see, yeah. And yeah, I mean, again, like, that's 2 weeks after my life changed like that. Now, again, people say it was like an overnight success, but it did take years to do it. But when those moments happen, like, my life changed on a dime. Like, I remember we were at Sundance, and they had a crew there from ET with, you know, I think maybe, you know, Mike was one of the guys there. And after we win the Grand Jury Prize, come off the stage. And it's like, so Eddie, hey, when are you coming back to ET? And I'm like, never. I'm done. I mean, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it really is just, you know, it's kind of like a weird, not weird, but like a, you know, like an American dream story.
Ed's acting career took off from there, from She's the One with Jennifer Aniston.
What do you want from me here, huh?
And I can remember, like, sitting watching the monitor and being like, and this is like, I think she'd only done one season of Friends at this time. She's not Jennifer Aniston at that point. And just like, oh my God, this woman is just so funny. Like, every line, she just knows how to deliver. And then, you know, like, a year later, she becomes,
To 2006's The Holiday.
I think I'm in the first 15 minutes of the movie, which is the best first.
Which is the most important 15
most
minutes.
Important, yeah. The Holiday is such like an amazing film because I don't think it was a huge hit when it came out, but it has become this, holiday cult favorite. And I can tell when it's on because it's usually, there'll be some recognition that happens around this time of year that I'm the guy that Cameron Diaz punches in the face.
I mean, where's the sense of risking the lives of the 8 of us to save one guy?
Well, I mean, my best experience was working on Private Ryan with Spielberg. I can remember we had for the first week of that shoot, he never gave us any notes. So we all thought we were going to get fired, that he must hate us because he's not giving us any direction. And then that's when I learned his approach, which is now my approach. I kind of let the actors have room to figure it out before I step in.
Because that's what's acceptable and appropriate for this.
27 Dresses. What do you remember about that film?
We were on set with 5 of the funniest women you could ever meet. And that was really one of the, that was a job that was just fun from start to finish. Hey, why am I being dragged into this? I only cheated on my first wife.
Now, the father of 2 kids with supermodel Christy Turlington is coming full circle with the sequel, The Family McMullen, streaming now on HBO Max with Connie Britton returning.
Never thought that McMullen would have a sequel. I read an article about kids in their 20s, because of the lack of ability of, let's say, affordable housing, a lot of kids, they're moving back home with their parents to save money. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe that's my way in. So I was like, all right, I think I've got the movie. But Connie Britton, in that time, had become a very big star. And I knew in order to get the movie financed, I'm gonna need Connie, but I'm gonna need to give Connie a bigger part than she had in the first film, which is where I came up with the idea of making her a widow. So unfortunately, I had to kill off one of the brothers to do that and make Connie basically the 3rd sibling in the McMullen clan, if you will.
Tracee Ellis Ross joins the cast.
I am single and very much interested. After 2 takes, we kind of look at one another like, oh, this is gonna work. We could almost finish each other's sentences, and there was just such an easy rhythm. So much so that when we wrap the movie, again, we all had such a good time being back together doing it, talking to Connie and Mike and Tracee. Tracee was like, we barely even scratched the surface of who these characters are. What are you gonna do with them moving forward? And I was like, you know what? Maybe I should think about a sequel to the sequel. And that's kind of what I've been working on the last couple of months. Yeah. So that's the plan is to maybe, the idea now is that we're taking the McMullens. I don't know if you remember the first film, my mother's character returns to Ireland. Yeah. So there's sort of an Irish component, going home thing, yeah.
That's exciting. And please tell me we're not waiting 30 years for this.
No, definitely not 30 years, yeah.
How often do you watch the original?
I can't watch it. And I don't think I've watched it in its entirety since Sundance.
You're kidding.
Yeah. Again, I was 23 when I wrote it. There's too many scenes in it that just make me cringe. There's a handful of scenes in it that I still enjoy.
Finally, of course, you're like your characters in the film, you're the father of 2 young adults. Yep. What do they make of their parents' success between, watching your career, of course?
I don't think, I think, the key to what we've tried to do, I think, is almost just lead by example. We love what we do. I think both kids have kind of a little bit of that grit because, we're grinders.
Yeah, Christy too.
Yeah.
Starting very young.
Yep.
And worked.
Yeah.
Still does.
Yeah, we love to work, so I think that we've passed that on to them.
Are either of them in the market becoming ETPAs? Is that in their future? Performers, entertainers?
I mean, you never know. If there are some availabilities here, let me know, and we'll see if we can put them to work.